When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and hang on. I'm not the smartest fellow in the world, but I can sure pick smart colleagues. In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. I ask you to judge me by the enemies I have made. Happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Democracy cannot succeed unless those who express their choice are prepared to choose wisely. The real safeguard of democracy, therefore, is education. Men are not prisoners of fate, but only prisoners of their own minds. We are trying to construct a more inclusive society. We are going to make a country in which no one is left out. It takes a long time to bring the past up to the present. A nation that destroys its soils destroys itself. Forests are the lungs of our land, purifying the air and giving fresh strength to our people. I am neither bitter nor cynical, but I do wish there was less immaturity in political thinking. If you treat people right, they will treat you right. 90% of the time. It is an unfortunate human failing that a full pocketbook often groans more loudly than an empty stomach. The virtues are lost in self-interest, as rivers are lost in the sea. I pledge myself, to a new deal for the American people. If I went to work in a factory, the first thing I'd do is join a union. It isn't sufficient just to want, you've got to ask yourself what you are going to do to get the things you want. The truth is found when men are free to pursue it. The nation that destroys its soil destroys itself. Nobody will ever deprive the American people of the right to vote except the American people themselves, and the only way they could do this is by not voting. Remember, you are just an extra in everyone else's play. When you see a rattlesnake poised to strike, you do not wait until he has struck to crush him. Take a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly, and try another. But by all means, try something. Competition has been shown to be useful up to a certain point and no further, but cooperation, which is the thing we must strive for today, begins where competition leaves off. A conservative is a man with two perfectly good legs who, however, has never learned how to walk forward. If civilization is to survive, we must cultivate the science of human relationships, the ability of all peoples, of all kinds, to live together, in the same world at peace. Human kindness has never weakened the stamina or softened the fiber of a free people. A nation does not have to be cruel to be tough. There are many ways of going forward, but only one way of standing still. It is common sense to take a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. But above all, try something. We have always held to the hope, the belief, the conviction that there is a better life, a better world, beyond the horizon. The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much, it is whether we provide enough for those who have little. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. I think we consider too much the good luck of the early bird, and not enough the bad luck of the early worm. I do not look upon these United States as a finished product. We are still in the making. Those newspapers of the nation, which most loudly cried dictatorship against me, would have been the first to justify the beginnings of dictatorship by somebody else.